right, it's been a little bit, but whew, I'm a little bit late, as always. But we have a bit of a topic, and it's about streamers and how they are extremely out of touch. Now I know this has been talked about at length, but I really wanted to put my hat into the mix. Throw my hand in the ring because this is a topic that actually is kind of important to me, especially now, just because of things things ain't easy right now, guys. And whenever I hear like millionaires talking about how streaming is hard, I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? So, anyways, so we got two people we're gonna look at today. We had the first one, which is the one that really blew up, was Hasan Piker. So if you don't know Hasan Piker, he is a Twitch streamer who is a socialist who happens to hate capitalism, but has a how much is his house? Like what? Like a $2 million house, a nice car, some of the nicest clothes you'll probably ever see, and this guy is the biggest socialist you'll ever see around. Fuck the rich people, so fuck himself too, I guess. But anyways, there is that, and then this goes Asmongold, who decided to chime into it. Now we like Asmon around here, him and his pet roach are chilling, but besides the point. So the first clip is Hasan saying that streaming is a pretty tough job. It's a job that's really really difficult, and not many people can stream. Nobody can stream. It takes a certain caliber of person, because it's just one of those jobs that'll always take the life out of you. And I mean, just recording this video is getting me. It's making me not want to record it. Oh my god. Anyways, we're gonna go watch this clip. So let's get all the context, and then we shall continue.
No. Social battery wise, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here, and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay, I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point. Like, there are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people-pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like, if you're an accountant, or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery, and you just tap out after it. Yeah, think about it this way. Like, you give presentations for your job, right? Imagine giving a presentation for 9 hours straight. It's like, after a while, you'd be like, I don't want to talk ever again.
Honestly, if you don't get out of here with that nonsense you just spoke, oh man. I'm gonna be honest, guys, okay? I'm gonna be honest. The few times that I've streamed, and I think I have about maybe, how many streams have I done? Like, maybe 7 or 8 streams I've done, okay? And they're all about maybe 2 hours. So I didn't stream for 9 hours a day, okay? I just don't have the time for that. But let me tell you guys, the hardest part about streaming, let me tell you the hardest part. The hardest part about streaming was staying awake. That was the hardest part. It wasn't engaging the chat, even though it wasn't many people, but it was engaging. It wasn't looking at the material, wasn't doing all that. It was literally just making sure that I wasn't too tired to keep talking. Because whenever I used to stream, it used to be after a very long day. I used to be doing a lot of other stuff, and then I'd come home and stream and relax. Which I probably want to start streaming again, but besides the point. Yeah, that's the hardest part about streaming. So when I hear Hasan talking about, oh, I've done sales jobs and this and that, yes, sales jobs are shit. Guess what? You don't want to be talking to some of these people. Hi, can I help you? I don't want to be doing that. But some people do what you got to do. And what kills me is that Hasan tries to come across as if he's like relatable. But this guy's uncle is the owner of the Young Turks. This guy came from someone like one of the richest families in Turkey, and then he came over here. So I don't want to hear it from these people. It's almost like you have somebody who is, I don't know, what's the best way to put it? I don't want to say like, it's actually a trust fund baby, but it's more like, imagine somebody who, how do I put it? Oh man, okay. It's like this. Imagine you're mining gold, okay, and somebody already has a gold deposit, and they're telling you, yeah, man, getting gold is hard. What do you mean getting gold is hard? I gotta be in these mines for like 5 hours, and then you already have the deposit, but you choose to come and go mine the gold with me. That was a terrible analogy, but you get the point. Like, this is like, what? Somebody who's already pretty well off is complaining about being more well off. Like what? It just comes across as just it's just out of touch. And let me tell you something about streaming, okay? Streaming, you do not have to push yourself, okay? While it is hard to get recognized, it is hard to get views, all that stuff, it is never going to be as hard as having to go to a job that you don't want to go to. And just for the people who may or may not understand how this works, and most people are working, but let me explain to you. So, when you work a job, okay, there is stuff like commute time, which everybody hates the commute time, unless it's like a 5-minute walk. Outside of that, if your job is like half an hour away, you are dreading going because you're just like, man, if I am late, it is over. So you have the commute time. Then you are there for 8 hours a day, okay? And you're supposed to get about an hour break in between legally. Not all jobs will do it, but you're supposed to get an hour break in between. And then, say you finish work at around 5 o'clock. You know what 5 o'clock is? 5 o'clock is rush hour. Everybody's leaving for work because everybody finishes around 5. That's why it's the 9 to 5. Like 8 o'clock in the morning is busy, 9 o'clock is busy, and then you leave work and then now that's busy too, and it's like, oh, now you gotta stay. Maybe it takes you half an hour to get there in the morning. Now you get take another hour, and this is for people who might even live in the city. God forbid you live outside. So these streamers will never understand that because they don't have to travel to get to work. They just have to go in, open OBS, and start streaming. That's all they gotta do. They don't have to do anything crazy. And I'm not even like trying to diss streamers, but when they say their job is hard, I just have a good chuckle because like, listen, man, there is no way. Hey, they don't work a dead end job that doesn't go anywhere. They're not paycheck to paycheck. They're chilling, and nobody is asking these people to stream for 9 hours a day. And even those who stream for long hours, they're not sitting there entertaining them or their audience for 9 hours. They are reacting to videos that are like an hour long. It was like that one scandal with XQC literally reacting to a video that somebody had worked hard on. Actually, I covered this video. And then he was just basically profiting off of somebody else's work. He barely put any input into it. He went, whoa, that's crazy. 360, no scope. So, oh my God. So you really want to listen to Hasan complain about streaming? Man, I should probably just shut it down now. But it gets even better, okay? It gets much better. So Asmongold decided to come and chime in and say his take on the whole streaming stuff. So we're gonna listen to his take as well. And let me tell you, actually, no, I'll let you guys judge for yourselves, and we'll get back to it.
Bad take? What's it a bad take of? He says that he gets exhausted socially because he's talking to people for 9 hours a day. You really think that's not true? I mean, you really think it's not true that after you spend 9 hours being investigated by thousands of people with every facial movement, everything you say, every word, with people constantly trying to disagree with job, what does that mean? A real job is a job that you have. Bullshit jobs are the ones that other people have. It's just that simple. It's quite trendy and quite frankly easy to shit on Hasan. That's the crux of it all. Well, hey, if it's so easy to shit on him, then why are you making up fake reasons to do it? If he's got so many bad takes.
Oh my God, oh man, these Twitch streamers are gonna kill me. Okay. There's a lot that he said in that little stretch of time. So here he goes again with the 9 hours on a job that you don't like, and it's just like, oh my God, getting investigated. People disagree with you. Nobody's asking you to stream for 9 hours a day. Like I just said, no one's asking for this. You're not forced to. I'm pretty sure most of these people make enough money where they never have to work another day in their life. But of course, naturally, when you make money, you gotta make more. Or if you're in the case of Hasan, you gotta pay off probably a big ass mortgage or something like that with that $2 million house that you bought. And so when people complain, oh, 9 hours a day, people looking into you, investigating. It's just like, you ever worked a 9 hour like hard labor job? That's not fun. You ever done 9 hour work where you don't want to go? Like, sorry, no. Let's do better. Have you ever had to work like 9 hours where people are making minimum wage and can barely pay their rent? Those are the Those are the bad jobs, okay? Not whatever he's talking about. And let me tell you what a bullshit job is, okay? A bullshit job is like this, okay? A bullshit job is a job where, first of all, nobody wants to do it, all right? But somebody has to do it. It's just that simple. That's what a bullshit job is. It's not something where it's like, oh, well, it's just trendy and that's it. No. You want to work in a sewer? Okay, let me tell you this. I don't care how bad my financial situation is. I'm never working in a sewer. That is nasty work. You gotta go down where people literally piss and shit and go and clean that. Or go and move stuff from pipes. Who wants to do that? Now, I don't know if sewer work pays well over here, but I don't know. I know plumbers make bank, so maybe sewer workers are the same way. But you get what I mean? These people are not out here doing the jobs that nobody wants to do. And of course, sewer work is an essential job. It's not a bullshit job, but I'm just telling you guys, like, that's some bullshit that I don't want to deal with. But back to what I'm saying. But there's literally jobs, like, in government positions, or hell, even in regular corporate positions, where it's like, what are you doing? Usually I call that HR, but... Sorry. No, HR is pretty useless. But... you're just like, what are you doing? Like, this is my assistant. What's your assistant do? My assistant grabs me coffee and just writes and files reports all day. Even though some of these reports, you can file these in like a day, not a day, in like 2 hours. But it's like, well, we got to stretch out the runtime to 8 hours. So it's like, we're only going to do this for whatever. But you get my point here. So these people really don't understand, especially Hasan does not understand why it's so draining to do these jobs. And it's just like, oh man, I'm not going to go into my job history because I worked a decent amount, but there's just some things that you just don't want to do. And not everyone has the option to leave either. Imagine you have to go and imagine you quit your job and you can't feed your family anymore. That's a reality for some people. And hell, even Asmongold in the clips, I might have missed it, but I'll post it anyway, where he's like, there's people who work regular jobs and make thousands of dollars a day.
If you work as an accountant and you get fired from one place, it's not going to be as hard to get another job as an accountant. Versus if you work on Twitch and you stream on Twitch, you get banned on Twitch, it's probably going to be a lot harder for you to transition over to YouTube or Kick.
Let's do some math real quick. Okay, thousands of dollars a day. So, say you make $1,000 a week, right? And by the way, nobody, I don't know anyone who, not many people really make this amount of money, but it's $1,000 a week. But even though you said $1,000, so $1,000, we'll times that by, I don't know, 3 weeks. There's like 3 weeks in a month. We'll times that by 12. Okay, that's $36,000 a year. That's what most people's reality is. $1,000 a week, working minimum wage. So, I don't know where these many people do this from. That's like the top like 1% of people making this kind of money. I don't know where this idea came from, where you could just make that much money. It's just, I don't understand it too. I just don't get it. So it's also come to my attention that Asmongold also has a clip where he's talking about like game developers and how they should just like shut up and they take the punishment. When it's a game developer, y'all gotta shut up and take the hits. But when it's streamers, you gotta, oh man.
Is developers need to stop. Like, nobody gives a fuck about, it's so hard. Shut the fuck up, pussy. Stop crying. Either do it or you don't. Holy fuck. Just nobody cares about, it's so hard. Bro, you're talking to people that work in construction and you're gonna say that it's hard? Your job could be more demanding than that. I don't know. But guess what? To them, it's not.
But now when you gotta just, not take it. I'm like, it's so hard. That's why I can't stand this. Because I want you guys to understand, okay? Like, I really want you guys to get this to your head. Streaming, at least the act of streaming, is not that hard. It's really not hard, okay? Does it get a little tiring? Yes, okay? Especially when you're doing the same shit for 8 hours a day, understandable. Like, it's tiring. But the other act of streaming, which is actually the hard part, is getting yourself out there. That's the hard part about streaming, okay? Getting people to watch you. Because you could be really good at something, and you could be really talented. And there's a lot of people who are talented, but they don't know how to market themselves properly. And that's the people who are failing, okay? At the streaming world. So that's where it counts. Okay. While some websites do try to help discoverability, it's not easy doing it on stream. Okay. That's what I want you guys to understand. But when it comes to these people who have made it and they're talking about, oh my god, it's so hard. You know how much times, you know how many streamers of Asmongold just reacting to stuff or him just talking, okay? Or Hasan. Oh god, Hasan is pretty bad at this. I could not find the clip, but there's a clip of him just eating and watching, or the worst part is some of these streamers will get up, they'll let the stream play and be gone for like a few, like at least like a little while. I gotta get my DoorDash, and then they're gone for like maybe 20 minutes. So is that really hard? Okay, is that such a hard job? No, it's not. So I just don't understand how one person could say shut up and take it, but then the other people are just like, oh, let me complain. I don't understand. Like Asmongold makes all this money, but he can't clean his room. Like, that's the crazy part to me. Why don't you go, instead of complaining on stream, take a stream and clean your room or something, and then don't let me pull out that old video with the desk. Woo! That video with the desk is bad. I think there was mold on it too. Oh, God, nasty. But I digress. It's just I'll never understand streamers and complaining about stuff like this when even the most like mundane like desk job is way more annoying than streaming. Okay, it's just there's no way. If I could just be a full-time streamer, trust me, and make millions of dollars, I would take it. Okay, of course there's some work involved, but I'm saying if I could get it right now, I would take it, hands down. Why the hell would I want to do other stuff? And maybe I'll pursue some side passions, but if I just had to stream for even 5 hours a day and making money, I'll do it for 5 hours a day. And a lot of people would probably want to be in that position too, but well, sadly that's not the reality for most of us. So it is what it is, guys. Okay. I'll never understand. I'll never understand streamers unless they're sheer like out of touchness in reality. And hell, even if they have worked real jobs, they must have forgotten the entire experience because they make so much money that it doesn't matter. Oh, I'll never understand this. But anyways, that was quite a topic. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description below. And leave a comment, and I want to hear about your stories about some of the crazy jobs that you've had to work, because let me tell y'all, we've all had some crazy stories, and like I say, there's always a story in minimum wage jobs. Ciao for now.